Today we're going to be talking about the Costway Espresso maker. And I bought this on Amazon for around $39, I believe. The electric teapot is mine. That does not come with it. I've already heated up the water for the purpose of this demonstration. And I am going to be showing you the different parts of this first. So it comes with two of these. One is for the loose espresso, which you see the Illy espresso there, which is the best on the market. You'll notice that it has 3 holes. This is for the loose espresso. The loose espresso also is going to be using this cup to scoop it with, and then the one without the pod metal in it. This is for the loose espresso, and then also that gray top right here. Okay, for the pods that you can buy, anything that fits the Nespresso machine will work with this. So I have one from Pete's and some from Starbucks, but it's just a little pod that looks like that. And it will be placed inside this little cup. And you can see the metal in the bottom, that's what cuts the pod. And then the unit for that just has a single hole in it. So you don't want the one with 3 for this. This is for the pods, and these units are for the loose espresso. All right, then you have your water container, which is this here, and there is a fill line in there, which I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little red line in there that says fill to here, and I'll be doing that in a moment. So then there's the cup to catch your espresso in, and then there's the pump. And this is a little bit confusing. It took me a while to figure out when I got it, but you just take it, you turn it a quarter turn, and it pops up for you. All right, so let's go over how to make espresso with this. So let's start with, see if I can place my phone over here. I've been working on this a while, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it or not, but we'll see. Okay, so first you take this little cup and you get a full cup of espresso out of your pot here. This is not gonna let me, I'm doing it on camera. And then I'm just gonna take a knife and give me a clean, full cup, just like that. All right, so you can see it's clean and full. Then I take the cup that's made for the loose espresso and I put it on top of course my big fat hand's in the way, put it on top of the cup, and then you flip it upside down, like that, knock it a little bit, get it nice and flat. Then you take the cup and you pat it down, get it nice and tight, like that. Okay, then you take the gray cap. Don't forget the gray cap. I've done that a couple times. You end up with a bunch of coffee in your espresso instead of just having it pure water. So you put the cap on like that. Then you take it, and there's a couple of notches in here. You just make sure that fits into the notches. So I just turned it so it's pretty good in there. Then I take the water cup and I tighten it so you're going to have the hole for the water on top. So you're going to tighten it down pretty good, because if you don't get a good, you don't want to tighten it too tight, because I think that's what people are doing online, is they're wrecking that seal by tightening it too tight. But you want it nice and snug. Then you take your hot water and you fill up to the fill line, like this. All right. Then you take your pump and you put it on the top. So this is done by pressure. Okay. So then you take your espresso cup, put it on top of the whole unit, and what I do is I just slowly push the handle down, and you'll start to feel some pressure as you go. I just go nice and slow. I don't try to do it too fast. Okay? Nice and slow. And you'll feel the pressure start to build up, and that's good, because now you start to see, I don't know if you can see, but the coffee is starting to just slowly spill in there. So it's not going to be really fast. You know, we're not working with an electric machine. No, we're just going nice and slow. And you'll notice in the end, we're going to have, as I'm pumping, just nice and slow, we're just going to get a nice frothy espresso. And it goes up to almost the bottom of the water container, an espresso container. So we got a little bit further to go. You see I'm getting a nice froth, a nice head on there. So it's a pretty good little unit. I plan on taking this backpacking. I like my Starbucks Christmas blend, which I have about 7 of those for instant coffee, and then I'm going to take this along with, and then you'll feel when you get to the end, you'll feel that the pump is pretty much done. It just loosens up. I just pump it a few more times to make sure, and then what I do is I just take the unit off the top, and then you can drink right out of this cup here. Okay, I'm just going to pour this in a little bourbon glass and set it aside. And now I'm going to make it with the pod, so you can see how that works. So I'm going to take my pump back off because I have to fill it back up with water, and then I'm going to take my unit that's for the pod. I'm going to take the pod, I'm going to put it in. I'm just going to snap it down like that. Then I'm going to put it into the single hole container and make sure it's lodged in there correctly. Then I'm going to put my water cap right on top of that. All right, and again, you're going to tighten it down quite a bit, not too tight, but just good enough so that you've got that set up. I'm going to put my water in it. All right. Then I'm going to put my water pump back on the top. All right, and then I'm going to pump it again. It's nice and slow. Let's see how we got. You should feel some pressure. If you didn't screw it down tight enough, you're going to get only water coming into the container. So if you do that, just start over, put more water in it, tighten it back down, start over again. And then you can see the pods work really well. I'm getting a lot of pressure here, just going nice and slow so I don't break the unit. Like I said, I'm planning on taking this backpacking so I can start my day with a shot of espresso so I can wake up. If it's raining or whatever, I can get some caffeine in quickly so I can deal with the rain. So then you're going to feel the pump start to loosen up, so you can only push it with one finger. That means you're pretty much to the time where you've got your espresso. And again, you can see I used a pizza espresso. You can see how much foam I have and how good it looks. So this is a wonderful unit. I'm giving it 5 stars on Amazon, and I didn't need to spend $300 for an espresso machine because I don't drink that much espresso, so this works out perfect. Enjoy your Costway espresso maker.